What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. The videos are coming thick and fast because we're getting through that really busy period now of September into October before we've got the international break next week, but we'll still have content flowing, not as regular but still content flowing as of next week through the international break too. First up though, before we crack on with the latest news of everything that's happening with Manchester City, just wanted to say if you could help support my channel, make sure that you subscribe with your notifications on. We are going to crack on with this video. So we're going to start off with what happened into last week and then into obviously yesterday and today. So first up, we're going to start off with the League Cup game. Danilo returned for Manchester City in the League Cup game versus Oxford after picking up an injury, I think it was towards the back end of the last season and into the summer, and we've just seen him return now for Manchester City, so it's a welcome return for another defender, and he had a good game, didn't he, too? Also in that game, Adrian Bernabe made his debut for Manchester City in that win over Oxford United away in the Carabao Cup third round, which ended up seeing Phil Foden score his first ever Manchester City goal and celebrated in a Paul Dickoff style, sliding in front of the fans, kissing the badge. Brilliant to see from Phil Foden, but Manchester City ended up winning the game 3-0. We're into the fourth round. Yesterday was the draw. We've drawn Fulham at home. When will it be played? Will it be played on the Wednesday? Will it be played the week after? I don't know how it's going to work. I'm waiting for an announcement from Manchester City. That will probably come in the next few days. So that'll be in the news for next week, so make sure you stay tuned for that one, particularly if you've got tickets or plan on going to that game, or if you've got tickets for the Southampton game too at home. So it's worthwhile just holding back and waiting to see. So that's League Cup sorted. Next up, UEFA made a big announcement. Not really Manchester City involved, but I'm anticipating Man City's got a decent season this season. We're going to be in the Champions League next season, and UEFA have announced that VAR will be in every single Champions League game as of next season. I think they've got it in the quarterfinals this season. It's been rolled out in La Liga. I think it's been working well in La Liga. They're planning to roll it out into all the Champions League. When are the Premier League planning on doing it? I do not know. Next up, City did make an announcement this week. Vincent Kompany is to have a testimonial at Manchester City for 10 seasons at Man City. A great achievement. That's for August 2019. All profits from that game will help be funded to charity called Homelessness in Manchester, run by Adrian Bernabe, who is the mayor of Manchester, to try and help end homelessness in Manchester by 2020. So a nice cause there that's been donated, every single penny, to charity. So kudos there. Now next up, we've had some updates on Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne will return to training for Manchester City next week. He should be ready to get some minutes too in the coming weeks, and they're anticipating after the international break that he'll be able to end up playing some kind of role for Manchester City. So it's about 3 or 4 weeks away from Man City before returning to full fitness, but he started running again and is set to resume training next week. He won't be featuring in any of the games over the next few days, the Hoffenheim and Liverpool game, but we may well see him after the international break if it's quick. I don't reckon so. I reckon it'll probably be in second into the third week, so maybe either that League Cup game against Fulham that we mentioned. Next up, we've had some controversy over Benjamin Mendy this week. Now, Benjamin Mendy was late for medical treatment on Sunday for Manchester City. Now, Pep isn't happy about him or happy about his punctuality, about being late. He was drilled by one of the journalists whose name's completely slipped my mind now. Naughty me, but if you can leave in the comments which journalist it was, but he was drilled for about a minute from a journalist trying to get information out of him before Pep ended up giving him some kind of information. They ended up running some kind of trash headline saying that there'd been a fallout, when in reality it's more Benjamin Mendy's punctuality, which basically means his attendance and attitude when being at Manchester City isn't 100%. I think we already know that. He's got this injury. We don't know how he's injured. We don't know what the extent is. I feel like he's just been held back until he improves his work ethic. Once he's improved his work ethics, that might come once he's improved on his training, but he's just been banned from driving too. But once he's improved on that, he'll end up getting back into the Manchester City side, as we've seen with Leroy Sané, when people were saying, has there been a fallout with Leroy Sané? There hasn't been any fallout with Pep and Leroy Sané. It was just Leroy Sané's performances and attitude wasn't 100%. Until it gets to 100%, you won't feature for Manchester City. It can get ironed out in a week or two, or if Man City end up getting an injury, all Benjamin Mendy needs to do is turn up on time, work hard, and you're in the side. because he's a naturally talented player. That's all it is. Really, that's all it is. There's not a major issue here. Next up, Pep wants Vincent Kompany on a new deal. So I presume that's a 12-month extension because his contract is up in the summer. So I presume he wants him on an extra 12 months so we can sort out that testimonial and he can do 10 seasons with Manchester City. Pep has also confirmed in contract news that we are no closer to getting Brahim Diaz on a new deal just yet. So we need to be working harder to try and get that one sorted. And last but not least in the news, as I'm sure you're aware from yesterday, Manchester City in the Premier League beat Brighton 2-0 thanks to goals from Raheem Sterling in the first half and a beautiful Sergio Aguero in the second half. Means that Manchester City are now top for the first time since the conclusion of the season last season, where it was top for ages. We finally got back on top of the summit, and Manchester City are now top after Liverpool drew with that worldie from Sturridge, rescuing it late on for Liverpool. I will add, Liverpool dropped points for the first time. They've gone level on points with us, but we're ahead of them on goal difference. We have got a big game at Anfield next Sunday. Winner of that's going to go 3 points clear. I'll tell you right now, I'll be more than happy to have a really scrappy, horrible 0-0 and have that one out of the way, because that is a positive result for us. Anything but a loss is a fantastic result for us, and it's a difficult game down against a team that's going to be up there. So there we go, that's been the news. Make sure you stay tuned for next week's news. I imagine it's probably going to have the Anfield one, the fallout of that. It's going to have the fallout of the Champions League game away in Germany. We're hoping to have some clarification also with other Man City news, including that Fulham game, when it's going to be and what it means for the Southampton game when the fixtures are starting to come thick and fast. And we'll head into the international break, so if you are interested, make sure that you subscribe, put your push notifications on, leave a big thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, go and check out my other content too. I've got plenty of football content for you to go and watch on my channel, and Manchester City content. So if you're a Man City fan, it's worthwhile subscribing and checking out. I'm trying to upload as regular as possible every day at the moment while things are so busy here. But yeah, make sure you stay tuned for that one. Social media links in the description below, along with email if you want to hit me up with any business enquiries or any sponsorships or any videos. Also, don't forget to share this video and help my channel grow. We're aiming for 2,000 subscribers before the year is out. It'd be ace if we could do that. That'd mean everything to me. So there we go. That's been the video. I'm going to leave the links up to my second channel, my travel channel, Jason Zidlow Travelman, and my brother's channel, Mixid, doing mixology drinks. You can go check them out, like and subscribe over there. And I'll see you all again tomorrow. And I think it's the preview for the Hoffenheim game. So I'll see you then. So it's been JSGC. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Ciao for now.